Good day, everyone, and welcome to Healing Yoga. Gotta put my earpiece on. Need a moment here. Hi there. Good day. I was putting my earpiece on, so it took me offline for a moment. Welcome to Healing Yoga today, and so glad that you can be here and practice and hopefully feel a little bit better after your yoga session. Of course, we'll just start with dropping in with our breath. Draw the air in through the nose and out the mouth. We'll sit here for just a couple minutes and breathe this way, just to get the flow going, so you can notice the cadence of your breath. Notice the belly as it fills with air. Hi and welcome. And as you fully exhale, you just gently draw that belly toward the spine, releasing all the air from the belly, the rib cage, and the lungs. So either seated in your chair or on the mat, however you're most comfortable, and knowing that we don't do anything that will cause us any pain, and if there is any pain, please don't do what we may be doing or find another modification, because there is no absolute correct way to move your body to make it feel good. There are incorrect ways, but we're doing a very gentle practice, so just hope you join me and respect your bodies and what your body does tell you throughout this practice. So as we continue to breathe in through the nose and out the mouth, we're just breathing in calm and exhaling out any tension, noting any areas of the body we may notice tension, and just making a mental note of that. Just taking this time to be fully in this moment as we're breathing and noticing. I'm going to go ahead and place some blocks beneath my feet. It gives us a little bit of lift. Now you can do this with blocks or books. And even the higher you can get the knees, the better for our digestion. The knees can come above the hips, and it helps the digestion system move a little bit more efficiently. If you think about those in third world countries that sit in their squat, and they can sit for hours that way, but they're very good at their digestion is very good. So this is a good practice for that. I encourage you to try it. And we'll continue with this breath in through the nose, out the mouth. And we'll go ahead and start our wake up. So either the notched fingers and thumb, or the pads of the fingers, or if you're feeling extra ambitious today, you can gently thump the chest. Now, if you have an underlying issue or a port here, obviously avoid that area. You can also do this in the field. The etheric fingers, or the extension of energy from the fingers, is going to move that, as we have electromagnetic properties your fingertips. Breath in the nose, out the mouth. Also, you can massage here, feeling for any sore spots. And then shake that off. Come to that sternum, the thymus. Tap that to stimulate T cells and assist our immune systems. Shaking that off. And coming to the side seams along the breasts, right there at the rib cage. Tap, thump, massage spleen points, responsible for our digestion and assimilation and of our food, thoughts, and experiences. If these points are a little bit sore, rub them some more to get that lymph moving out into our venous system for elimination. Sometimes one or the other side may be sore. One side may be sore, the other one may not. Just kind of work that sore side until you move that issue on. Shake that off. Come to your cheekbones now, grounding associated with the earth element. Breathing in the nose and out the mouth. Shaking that off. We're just getting through the 4 thumps, taking a few breaths to assimilate those 4 thumps, and then we'll go on to our cross crawl. Again, I have some blocks beneath my feet, giving me a little bit of support and lift. Let's go ahead and go into the cross crawl. We always can do this seated or lying down or standing. I'm going to go ahead and stand to do the cross crawl today, just to demonstrate that. So I'll start with this march. About 4 times. Dust off and crossover here. We'll do this crossover about 3 times as many as we did for that same side or homolateral. This helps cross the energies of both sides of the body in order to bring our energy levels up to their 100%. Sometimes we need to repeat this 2 to 3 times in a go, but it is effective. I invite you to try it. And then we'll shake that off. Hover hands, set an intention, say an affirmation, and zip up the front, sweep it out to be done. 2 more times. And then lastly, our hookup, cleansing our auric field, that energy field that surrounds us, made up of several layers. Breathing in, exhale. It's also a good reminder about how we engage our abdominals by gently drawing in and up. And one more time. Shaking that off. Now you can continue standing or have a seat. So I'm going to continue to stand for this. In our mountain pose, our simple standing pose, where we ground through both soles of the feet, pinky toes and the big toe mound down into the earth. Just imagine you have roots growing down from the soles of your feet drawing up that energy from the earth, bringing it up the legs, draw the kneecaps up slightly, and gently tweeze through the tailbone. So we're just subtly engaging that. Send that energy up the spine, the shoulders relax down and back into our back pockets. We're lifting through the crown of our heads, breathing. Now you can take your breath in through the nose, out the nose, or in the nose, out the mouth, whatever feels right for you, your natural breath. Breathing your natural breath in your natural, perfect posture. Draw your shoulders back and down. And then we'll sweep the arms up, weaving and breathing. We'll come into our first forward fold. Now you can come down here, or you can place the hands on the chair, whatever works best for you. And then we'll inhale halfway up, sinking a little deeper. And remember, we can use this chair, placing the forearms here. Let the head hang, nod, shake the head side to side, loosen, release any tension. And then very slowly come back up to stand. Turn the palms out. Lift and gather the hands to heart center. We'll go into heaven reaching earth. Again, we can be standing or seated, whatever feels right for you. You can bend the knees in that kind of awkward standing chair pose. And lift one hand up. If this is challenging to lift the hand up, you can keep that elbow bent. Just do what you can for today, placing that palm up toward the heavenlies. Come back to stand, gather hands together. Soften knees, go into that side stretch. Heaven connecting earth. Let's do one more round. Last time. Back to heart center. Reach the palms up and open maybe to that V, wide goalpost, or just arms out. Lift through the heart center for heaven rushing in. Breathing. Noticing how this feels as you soften your shoulders down and then weave the arms. Coming into our second forward fold. Either going toward the mat or just placing the hands on the chair. Inhale and gaze forward. Exhale, sink in a little further here. Weave the arms. Remember, weaving creates figure eights in our field. The more figure eights we have, the healthier we are. So it's a win-win by weaving these figure eights or this Celtic weave. Let's go ahead and have a seat for a couple more seated postures. And again, if you have books or blocks or something, you can place the feet on to lift the knees. That might enhance your comfort. So just placing the palms down on the knees. Let's go ahead and move through cat and cow. I will just sit to the side so you can see what I'm doing. It's basically that back bend or cat pose start. So we're scooping through the belly as we come forward, and then taking that back bend. Should feel good on the body. Feel free to begin some circles, just some rotation. And do this slowly. Really feel throughout your body. Little places that may be speaking to us. And then reverse those circles. Back to seated and stillness. And then let's just take one hand, press the palm down, lift the other up with the palm up. And again, if that's challenging, you can always bend, maybe reach up with the elbow or reach the hand. And extend the arm upward. Lots of different options here. Back center, lift up, palm up, or elbow bent, opposite palm down, or fingertips toward the earth. Side. Deep breath. And then bring the hands back. Kind of squeeze them toward each other. And we'll hinge down. The hinge, remember, happens where the legs and the hips meet versus the bend. And on this side, I can demonstrate the difference. Hinge, one direction. Bend, notice my back. This isn't what we're doing yet, but we're just hinging. So we're going to hinge, squeeze the hands together, and lead with the crown of the head as we come forward. Breathe. Think of that hook up with the belly and the abdominals, drawing that in and up. Sweep the arms up and then circle them back down. Squeeze palms toward each other. I'm going to go ahead and stand so I can demonstrate this a little bit better. And then come forward, chair or standing. One more time. Gather hands to heart center. And then let's go into a seated twist. Just place one hand on the opposite knee and just hang this other arm back here or seated on your mat if that's more comfortable. Just think of softening the shoulders down as you move and open through the shoulders and the pectoral. Keep your chin in line with your chest versus cranking your neck all the way around. We want this to feel really good. And then come back to center. Take that to the other side. Deep breaths. And then once again, we'll come to stand. We will use our chair as a nice prop tool. So we'll come into a forward fold or a modified downward facing dog. So you can have the full arms here or bring the forearms down. Let the crown of the head just hover above the chair. Feel that stretch through the backs of the legs. You can even walk the feet back a little bit, gaining a little bit deeper stretch. You might extend the arms out, really lengthen through the spine, and take about 3 to 4 breaths here. Maybe thinking about those sounds that go with the seasons and the elements. The season of spring we're in now, that sound is shh. Coming out of the season of winter, the element of water, that sound is like the wind, W-H-O-O-O. And then let's take our legs a little bit wider here. Go ahead, place either the forearms or the full arm on the chair. And hinge. Feel a little bit different stretch in through the backs of the legs. Spine is lengthening. We're setting that breath into those areas where we're feeling this good stretch. That H-A, ha breath is for the element of fire, season of summer. Maybe that's what you're feeling, a little anxiety. So just blow it out, whatever comes to mind, whatever sound. But the sounds that we make help stimulate that our system in our it stimulates the throat. So it's helpful to us to make those sounds. Kind of lost my train of thought there, pardon me. One more breath here. Again, any sound that comes to mind. Back up. And sit again. Maybe placing just the feet down. Let's cross the arms. This could be your stretch, upper back stretch or eagle arms. Look like wings here. If you're a little more flexible, you can bring the backs of the hands toward each other and begin. Draw the arms up. And they may not come up very far. That's fine. Doing what we can just for today. And then open. Rewrap. Opposite side. Breathing. and release. And then going into modified pigeon pose. If this is too awkward for you, you can just cross one ankle to where you can, or use a strap. Holding that out and maybe crossing that over the best that you can this way. Just using that to hold, whether you have a strap or a sash, whatever you have available. Cross that over, flexing through the foot. Maybe hold on to the knee, or maybe just hold on and cradle there. If it feels good, hinge or lead with the belly button as you come forward, feeling that nice opening stretch in through the back side, the gluteus. Nice for opening the hips. Breathe. Coming up from there, that side down, reach down for that ankle, either with the hand or again with a sash or whatever you may have. Just kind of pull that up to the side, but you want to make sure that's in line with the knee so you get that stretch here. You have one sit bone on your chair and you're holding on here as you feel that quadriceps stretch down the front of the thigh. And we're lifting through the crown, breathing. Releasing down. Taking that second side, we're going to go into pigeon on side 2. So I'm either going to cross at the ankle, maybe use that sash to hold the leg out. If available, crossing that ankle over, or just holding and cradling. Deep breaths here. Holding and cradling helps give you that little stretch as well. So I invite you to do what feels best. Deep breaths. And then slowly release. Same thing on this side with a sash, or if you have longer arms and can reach that ankle. So just slide over a little bit. Maybe have this other foot on your book or block for a little bit more support and height. And then draw that up. So we don't necessarily want that knee out because it overstretches in through the groin. So holding on to the side of the chair, lifting up tall, breathe. Strength building in the arm as well as you hold that leg in that static position. Once again, release it down. As we come back center, let's take the arms. They're out to a T or kind of out diagonally. Twist to one side, Reach down and out. Inhale, come back center. Let's to the other side. Reach down diagonally and out. Center, twist, reach, center, and reach. Coming back, let's roll the shoulders up, back, and down. 3 or 4 times. Really squeeze the shoulders up toward the ears. Take them back and down. This next time, let's draw the shoulders up and really squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. It may feel a little uncomfortable, but what we're really doing is getting those muscles to surrender. And soften down. The head moves side to side. Down. One more time. Draw the shoulders up and back. We're squeezing them together as if somebody is grabbing onto your shoulders and pinching. That's kind of what it feels like. And then release. By doing that, the muscles finally just kind of give in and relax a little bit, which is nice. Let's go ahead and take some neck stretches here. Those always feel nice. It's a good thing to do on a daily basis. We have so much tension in our neck and shoulders as well as our head. So we'll go with taking the fingertips to the side of the head, drawing the ear down, breathe. You can also place the fingertips on the shoulder if that feels good. Maybe enhancing the stretch a little bit. Come back center. Take that to the other side. Same options here. Return center, roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Drop chin to the chest as the shoulders soften. Deep breaths. And then come back to center. Bring the head back. Press out with the chin. Scooping motion. Kind of like a pelican scooping up fish. And then come back. Now another thing, if you just feel like you just have so much going on in your head, you're thinking, you can't get all these thoughts out, a good technique to use is placing the fingertips right on the forehead. And we're just going to work our way down the 2 halves of our head. So you press in and you pull away. Now, if that's too sensitive, you could also be in the field with the fingertips. But if you can make that contact with the head, just move down to the midsection of the head and pull away. This is called the crown pull. Fingertips down, pull away. Just do this slowly. Breathe. Moving top, crown of the head. And we're going to move down the back side of the head. breathing. And then once you get to the nape or the back of the neck, there's a little well or a little divot back there. Go ahead and massage that. It's the power point. And then continue to do that pull like along the spine. So we'll probably get to about here. And then, okay, hands won't go any further. So we're going to go ahead and move to the front because the front and the back mirror each other on the spine. Just going to pull that away right below the collarbones, right down the sternum. Pull. In between the breasts, there's some neurolymphatic points that we can massage to get some of that detox out, some of that lymph moving. And we'll just work our way down, draw apart. And once we get to right about at the belly button, we're going to go ahead and turn around again. And I'm going to show you, am I standing? Slide the hands back, fingertips here, continue to pull apart. This part is just moving into a spinal flush. We go all the way down, top of the tailbone, right at the buttocks. Shake the fingers off, and then we just sweep off 3 times. Breathe it out. Shake that off. And then come around. Assess how you're feeling. And we'll go ahead and do a couple more things using the chair. So with full arms or forearms, if you have wrist issues, of course you can be on the forearms. We're going to go into a modified sunbird. So I'm lifting a leg, keeping that same side arm down. I'm going to reach out in front here, bend the knee and the elbow, and then extend. You can also just hold this modified spinal balance or add that movement for your sunbird. Maybe 2 to 3 times moving here. And release down. Hands, both hands on the chair. I'm going to move through a little standing or L-shaped cat-cow. Feels good. And then we'll take that to the other side. So extending the opposite leg, maybe placing that forearm down, reach forward, either holding here or going with that flow. Sunbird. And release down. Hands here. Let's walk the feet back. And once again, come into your forward fold or modified downward facing dog. Deep breaths. And then step one leg back, knee is forward, getting that stretch through the back of the leg here. You might even reach that opposite arm either forward, bend, or reach overhead as you're gazing forward. Nice support from the chair here. Start modified lunge. And release down, step in and switch sides. Other leg comes back. Got my knee braced against this chair for protection. Options. Nice calf stretch here. And step in. Coming once again to the chair, kind of at the front edge of it. Slide this back leg around so it's bent. This other knee, I can lengthen that back or just hang with that soft knee. Open up here through the chest, through the hips. And this doesn't have to be any wider than you are comfortable with. So just find your comfort zone. Maybe extend the arms out. And breathe, gazing over these front middle fingers. My fingers are leaving the screen. Sorry about that. I'm going to reverse and come into side angle. Flowing here. Reverse. And side angle. Continue with that movement. And then return to Warrior Two. Breathe. Drop the arms down. Slide this front leg a little forward. So I'm facing forward now into Warrior One. Arms overhead, goalpost, or bring them to gather them at heart center. Notice the energy of the legs working here to support us. And then we're going to go ahead and slide to the other side. Warrior Two on the second side. Come forward, extend the leg back, opening the hips, and breathe. Then we'll turn this front palm up and reverse. Flow to that side angle. Again, different options here. Return to Warrior Two. Gather hands. Reach heart center. Slide this outer knee forward. Warrior One. Whatever expression feels right for you. Down, coming back to seated. Let's do a few more cat-cow stretches after that. Should feel good. Coming back and forth. And remember, any of these can be done whether you're seated or on your mat, standing. position suits you. We're going to go ahead and revisit kind of that pigeon. You can hold up a knee, doing the best we can. Maybe we're out toward the edge here, holding on to the foot and the knee, and going ahead and moving that hip around in the socket, helping to open it up a little bit better, keeping this foot flexed. Either using a strap or your hand in the outer blade of the foot. You might open that up and begin to pendle that. Hold on to the chair, keeping the abdominals engaged. Nice stretch here. Hold on to that strap. Use that dynamic tension with the extension of the leg as we lift through the crown of our head. Feel the work. And then release. And side two. Once again, supporting this bent knee. Also have the option to just cross that ankle over and hinge forward if you want a deeper stretch here. And once again, either holding on to the outer edge of the foot and holding on to the chair. You can pendle that, extend that out. It's always nice to have this sash or strap. Gives you a little bit more leverage to work with. You may need both hands to hold on to that, and that's okay. This is good work here. Breathe and pendle. Release down. And now, if available, crossing the leg over to take that twist. Otherwise, just move the knees to the side and go ahead and go into the twist that way. A little deeper twist than we did before. So we've warmed up. Breathe. Again, the chin stays right in line with the chest instead of trying to gaze back behind us. Just let the arms hang or hold on to support this crossed knee. And then open our twist. Taking that to side two. Same options. Available crossing the leg over, otherwise just turning the knees and turning away into that twist. Softening shoulders as we breathe. Using your sounds. Stimulating our vagus nerve. Opening the twist. center. Let's take the feet a little about chair width or a little bit wider. I'm going to hinge forward. Maybe you have blocks or a blanket or something beneath you. Place the hands down and breathe. Find your release here. We'll take a few more breaths in this posture. And then prepare either seated on your chair or on the mat for a guided meditation to finish our class today. So if you are still in your forward fold, just very gently and mindfully come back to your seated or come onto your mat and get comfortable. We're heading basically into our final relaxation, but our meditation part of this as well. So this, I'm going to use a mudra. Mudra are the hand movements that work with our meridians as well. And this one is called the Dharmahatu Mudra, gesture of tranquility. And this refers to the purified mind. In order to come into that, we rest the left hand in the lap. And we place the back of the right hand on top, so they're both palms up. And then we just touch the tips of the thumbs together, creating this little oval here. And just breathe your natural breath. I invite you to close or lower your eyes as I guide you through this Dharmahatu Mudra. Taking several breaths, attune to all the feelings and sensations awakened by this gesture. Notice how your breath flows smoothly and easily up and down the entire front of the body, naturally calming your mind and instilling a sense of serenity. With greater calm and serenity, you welcome all that arises within your being more easily, simply witnessing without judging or resisting, allowing you to enter into meditation effortlessly. Begin this process of welcoming and witnessing at the level of your physical body. Take several breaths to scan from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet, exploring all sensations while simply allowing them to be. Now expand, welcoming and witnessing to encompass your breathing. Take several breaths to follow its natural flow from the base of your body to the crown of your head and then back down again. Welcome all that arises within your breathing while simply witnessing, noticing its rhythm, depth, and the areas of your body where you breathe more freely. Now, expand your ability to welcome and witness to encompass your senses, allowing any sounds, fragrances, tastes, or images from outside or within your being to arise naturally. Take several breaths to allow all sensory stimuli to simply be, experiencing them as pure energy without resisting, judging, or analyzing. As you allow all that arises in your body, breath, and senses to simply be, you naturally deepen your ability to welcome and witness your own thoughts and feelings. Take several breaths to allow any thoughts and feelings to arise naturally while simply witnessing. As you embrace thoughts and feelings more easily, you now expand your welcoming and witnessing to encompass your entire being, allowing all that arises to simply be. Through welcoming and witnessing, integration occurs naturally, allowing you to experience greater harmony and clarity. With harmony and clarity, you enter into meditation effortlessly, resting in the stream of conscious presence, the essence of your true being. Resting in the meditation stream, repeat the following 3 times, aloud or silently. Through welcoming and witnessing, I remain in meditation effortlessly. Now, slowly release the gesture, taking several breaths to rest in effortless meditation. When you are ready, open your eyes, returning slowly and gently, integrating the essence of meditation into all your activities. As we conclude our meditation and yoga practice today, I want to thank each of you personally for joining me, and can't wait to see you next time. Feel free to leave any comments, and I would appreciate that. Until next time, namaste. Thank you all.